Damn! This looks a lot better than I thought it was gonna look. What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another statue unboxing and review. If this is your first time on the channel, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date on all of our content. Also, we really appreciate it if you leave comments. Comment while you're watching the video. If you have questions about something that you see on there and you need me to answer it, I am happy to answer. I try to reply to every comment that someone leaves in the video, so please try to comment. It helps push the video forward and gets us past those YouTube algorithms, so we really appreciate that. All right, so this is what we got here, the XM Studios Gambit. This is a comic book statue that we're gonna be taking a look at. As you can see, it's the standard XM boxing, although I do like that it's a smaller box than usual, so that's cool. It's gonna make it easier for me to unbox this and not break my back. But it still has that nice sturdy, box, the reinforced corners in metal, and you have that X logo right there like all of them come with. All right, and there's the top layer removed. Just like every XM Studios box that we get, you're gonna have the image of what the art print probably is, something that's said here that lets you know a little bit more about Gambit. It's all black. On the opposite side, you got XM Studios, and then all the verbiage right there. Who the creative producers are, concept design. Sculptor is Martin Agosta, and then, and everything else that you want to know about this statue. So cool. And then you get the art print. Get this pretty nice looking XM Studios art print right here. Shows you what the statue, the art that went with the statue looks like. So really like the way that design looks. Really like this one a lot, man. The colors that are going on here with the cards that he's throwing, I think brings a nice vibrance to the piece, so that looks really cool. Still not digging that they keep putting that XM not for resale badge on the very front of it. It just, to me, ruins it, but I mean, otherwise the art looks good. Maybe what I'll do is just cover it or something, but that's that. For the first time ever that I've received with an XM Studios, we're not getting instructions with this. Now you're getting a QR code here that you take with your phone, and then it'll show you the instructions on YouTube. So either that or YouTube. So it's YouTube for us. So that's what you do, and then you can take and see the instructions. But it does still have how it's laid out inside the box. So this one's gonna come with 2 layers. So that's pretty cool. All right, there's layer 1. So you can see it comes with pretty much all the parts. You got the portraits, the throwing cards, the arms, and you get this staff, which looks really cool. The portraits look really nice. I like this is my least favorite portrait right now. I gotta see how it looks on the statue itself, but there's one of them right there. And then you have this other portrait, which is the one that I would display it as. This looks to me more like the Jim Lee era version of Gambit. So I like the way that looks a lot. All right, let's see what's up with layer 2. All right, and there is layer 2. So you can see you got the upper torso, the lower section. You have the base. You got, it looks like a sentinel finger. You got this plaque, which I love that they come with this. This to me is awesome. I hope that they continue to keep doing this with future statues. I'm okay with not having the book just to get this, because I love the plaques. Let me show you guys this one. All right, so you get this really awesome plaque that you can have with your piece. So I think that looks really cool. All right, and it has like a stand on the back, so you can display it like right next to it if you want to. So very, very neat. Before we get it out, let's take a look at some of these things close up. Ooh, baby, that looks good. Yeah, I like the way that looks. And the coloring and the leather on that looks nice. You got these little X logos going along the side there. The texturing here in the torso area looks really good, and the abs and all that, so it looks really nice. I love these little X logo accents. I think that looks really good. It looks like that's where the belt straps, I guess, for the jacket, the straps for the jacket go on. Love that color, man. That came out really, really nice. And then check out this base, man. What? I love the way this looks. That color there looks great. It looks like I guess the thrusters from a Sentinel, I imagine, is what we're looking at here. It doesn't have a whole lot of weight to it, so that's cool. And it doesn't have a good amount of size, so that means that this is probably going to be very easy to display, at least width and depth wise. This comes off a little bit dull, in my opinion, right now, but I got to see how it all fits together. Maybe that'll change my mind once I see it. So let's go. right, there he is all together, the XM Studios Gambit. This thing really does look pretty damn good, man. I like the engineering behind it. So, just to be upfront with you guys, this was not a piece that I wanted to pick up. My brother is a huge Gambit fan. I do like the X-Men. I was more on board with the Sideshow version of him. And when, at the time when this was first shown, Sideshow piece had not been released yet. My brother had to have a Gambit statue. So he ordered this one. And then we ordered also the Sideshow one later after that was revealed. I think it was around New York Comic Con time. So we're going to be getting the Sideshow one, and that's probably the one that we're going to go with. But this is really nice, man. I really thought it was going to be different when I saw it in person. I wasn't a fan of the pose, and I think that's what made me not decide to pick it up right away. But now that I have it here, I'm kind of glad that my brother pushed me to order it, because it looks pretty freaking good, man. I like it. All right, so this Gambit right here is based on the art style of the 90s version of Gambit, which would have been drawn by Jim Lee. This is the comic of his first cover appearance right here. All right, I actually got one for my brother as well, so that he can put next to his Gambit when he gets it. This is X-Men 266. This isn't exactly his first appearance, but it's his first cover appearance, and this is the one that everybody actually goes after. I think it's a really awesome looking pose, when I see it now in person. You got him jumping up in the air. He looks agile, he's acrobatic, so I think that's kind of cool. Some of the material choices I think are really awesome, like a real metal staff, so I think that's really neat. This is the portrait that I like the most. Not a huge fan of this longer haired portrait that we have here as well. But let's go over everything that you get, what we got going on here. From the bottom to the top, let's talk about it. All right, so Gambit sits atop this destroyed looking Sentinel base, right? You got these thrusters in the back. I really like the design of this base. Now I know that the Sentinel bases have been a little bit played out by most people, but I like this one a lot because you have a lot going on there, but not a lot of space being taken up by this base. It's very, compact. I really love the patina that they got going on here on the thrusters. Gives it that nice realistic metal look. I love the bluing here on the engine, so it shows that the flames have heated up the metal and given it that appearance, so I think that looks really good. I don't know what's going on over here exactly. I don't know if these are fingers or if this is wings. They kind of look like fingers almost, but yeah, I don't know what's exactly going on with that. The metal here I think could have been done a little bit better. It's got a little bit of a shine to it, but not too much, there is some weathering that's going on, some scratches and things like that, which look really nice. I like the damaged areas, which look really cool. The exposed wires look really awesome, and I like the way that they're placed there, so that's really cool. I like that there's not a lot of things that you have to attach to it. It's very simple to put together. Even though this thing didn't come with any instructions, it was an extremely easy statue to put together. Moving up into Gambit himself, I like the pose, like I said before. He has this dynamic pose, makes him look like he's acrobatic, which I like. Looks really good. I love the design of the suit. It looks very comic accurate to me, or very close to comic accurate. If they did take some liberty with the suit, I'm having a hard time seeing where exactly the liberty was taken. You got this nice metallic look to the lower parts of the boots and upwards on the shin and the back of the calves, which look really good. In the back here, they even sculpted in the soles. I like when they do that. It's not something that needs to be done, but it looks awesome when they do it. It makes me feel like it's a finished piece. I'm really digging the muscularity here and all of the anatomy. I think it's done really nice as well. You got, all the muscles here poking through on the suit, which looks cool, and you got these details like the stitching here on the side, which looks nice. They did some shading in the paint there around the muscle areas, so I think that looks really cool, and it got this kind of like dirty look to it. Moving up into the torso area and the jacket, the torso is really cool. It's got nice texturing going on there, which I really dig in that, because everything else has got kind of like a smooth look to it, so this gives it some contrast, which I dig. The suit itself has kind of like a muted color. It's not extremely vibrant, but it's got a nice color to it. I'm really digging what they did with the jacket. The jacket has this appearance of real leather, so that's really nice. And you got these areas where you have this lighter brown that's mixed in there with darker browns and blacks, to give it that worn feel, which looks really good. And I love these little X logos that they got going on all throughout the jacket. It's up here on the shoulder area, it's along the center of the back, and all along the sides here of the jacket, which looks really, really nice. I think gives it a nice little extra touch. The arm here on the left side, this actually pops out, but it's not, there's no switch out for this arm. He's gonna have the staff regardless of how you decide to display him, but there is an option where you could display him throwing the cards. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys that right now. So this arm here pops right out, and you could take and put this arm in here, just like that. And then you gotta take this belt out. Now the belt you gotta be a little bit careful with. There is a pin, you know, and then a magnet that holds it into place. And then also what you gotta consider too with this is that because of the shipping, it gets, you know, it's flexible, but it tends to get a little bit out of shape. So you may have to heat it up with a dryer to be able to fit it into the place. Okay, so the belt pops in like that, and then the cards have a slot here, and there's a hole here on the jacket, and what you do is you slot this in like so. All right, there you go. So it slots in on the belt, and then like I said, there's a pin and a magnet that holds it on the opposite side. It does take a little bit of finagling to get it in, but that's the effect that you get right there, that the cards are being thrown. Now there's been some complaints at the arc. They want the arc to be, you know, some of the guys have said that they want the arc to be a little bit more. I really don't see an issue with it, other than that the cards, you know, throwing down here makes no sense. You know, like I would think that you'd want the cards to be aiming, you know, he's accurate with his shot, so you'd want the cards to be going forward, you know, and not down and away from the target. You know, otherwise he's just throwing a bullet away, right? So that's the only thing I can say about that. I love the color on it though. They did this metallic, you know, pinkish purple color there, you know, going on that looks really, really pretty. And then you got the portrait. So I'm loving the portrait. The portrait, this particular portrait, I like a lot. He's got the smirk on his face. That's what Gambit's known for. I love the red beady eyes. That's done really well. He's got the morning shadow going on, which looks really good. You know, and these wrinkles and everything in the face, which look awesome. You know, I think they did a good job there. All of the way the way the skin folds and the shading and everything, I think comes off real nicely. Love the way the hair is flowing. They did a great job with the hair flow. I think that looks good too. And even in the fingers and the digits and all that stuff, they did a nice job with the detail there. So paint-wise, sculpt-wise, I think it's phenomenal. They did a great job. So the head pops off. It's got a nice strong magnet on it, and then you get this grimace-looking face where he's angry. This portrait I'm not digging at all. I don't like the hair flow at all. He looks angry. You know, that's not what I know Gambit for. Gambit is kind of like a jovial kind of character. Even when he's fighting, he's playing with his target. So I think that this just doesn't suit him at all, in my opinion. And the hair flow to me just is bad, you know. He does have nice paintwork, just like the other one. You got the same morning shadow going on, same beady red eyes and all that. So all that looks pretty the same, similar to the other one. Just in my personal opinion, not the way that I would pose it. All right, and that's it, guys. That's my opinion on this Gambit statue. I think it's pretty cool. You know, I think either way, whether you decide to go with the Sideshow or you decide to go with the XM Studios, you're going to be happy with it. This one here has a very low edition number, though. Only 800 of these were ever made. So that's going to beat Sideshow on that camp when it comes to the exclusivity of this piece. So very, very cool. I'm happy with it anyway. So I'm interested to hear what your guys' thoughts on this one are. What do you guys think about this XM Studios Gambit, guys? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions about what you want to see, any more pictures that you want to get, you know, you can check out my Instagram page. I'm going to be posting a lot of pictures on this one, as well as the Marvelous Knights group. You're going to see that in there as well. So definitely join us there on Facebook. So yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this one. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.